Welcome to Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and joining me on this episode today is Bailey Porche, a registered dietitian at Terrebonne General Health System. She's going to be sharing some information about National Nutrition Month and how we celebrate. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
All right, Bailey, would tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Terrebonne General.
Okay, so I'm one of the clinical dietitians here. I predominantly work on telemetry and med-surg, women's center, endo. You can kind of find me throughout the hospital, the inpatient side. I've been a dietitian for about 4 years, and I've been here at Terrebonne General about 2.5.
Okay, well, tell us, what is National Nutrition Month?
So it is a month sponsored by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and every year they come up with a new theme to help celebrate it. This year's theme is A World of Flavor, so that's a fun one because it celebrates different flavors and different cultures and kind of gives you the opportunity to take a deeper look at your own food culture. So we got like Cajun food here, and this month also has Dietitian Day, Registered Dietitian Day. So don't forget to celebrate your favorite dietitian on March 9th.
All right, we certainly will.
Yeah.
So why is nutrition so important and something we should prioritize?
So nutrition is extremely important because there are a few things in life we have control over, but how we nourish our bodies is kind of within our control. And I feel like other people could appreciate it for the same reason because health, self-efficacy is so important. And so eating right, moving your body, doing regular checkups, listening to your doctors allow you to have this control over your health and, not vice versa.
Yeah, that's very smart, actually.
Hey, yeah, we gotta appreciate the things we have control over.
You are right about that. So how do you plan to celebrate the month?
Okay, so all the dietitians throughout the hospital will be kind of getting together to, we'll have a table in the cafeteria full of good resources, and there will be raffles and games that'll kind of rotate throughout the weeks. We'll be getting with our chefs here to spotlight some World of Flavor type foods in our menu. And you can also find us at the market at the marina this month. So hosting a nutrition table.
All right, wonderful. Can't wait to try some of those. So tell us, what are some ways that we can eat a more balanced diet?
Definitely making sure you're hitting most of your food groups at each meal. So trying to have a protein source and a carb or a starch, a vegetable and fruit, a calcium source, and a fat. Like, I know that sounds like a lot to hit at one meal. But luckily for us, a lot of our foods are combination foods. So think like peanut butter, that's like a fat and a protein, or yogurt, that's a calcium source and a protein, and sometimes a healthy fat. So it makes it a little easier to build a meal that way. And then also, if it's hard to visualize this, we really recommend people look into the My Plate method. Gone are the days of the food pyramid. We don't do that anymore. Now it's a plate where 1/4 is protein, 1/4 is your starch or your carb, and the other half is fruits and vegetables with a side of dairy or calcium. So we'll definitely have resources on that at our table, but it helps you visualize a well-rounded meal a little better.
Okay, and can you share some easy go-to meals or snacks that are your favorites?
Okay. I'm a big fan of big pot meals that create leftovers. It's like a lazy meal prep. That way you have more meals out of it, you can freeze it, you can kind of reimagine those meals into something else. So like soups, you can shove in a lot of vegetables and beans, and you can eat it multiple times and they freeze well. You can pre-make large amounts of like beans or meat, and you can put those on top of grain and vegetable bowls or on top of large salads or in wraps. All good ways to recreate new meals out of like not having to think too hard into it. That's kind of my go-to.
Ooh, I like that tip.
Hey.
So how important is water?
Ooh, water is extremely important. We're like 60% water, and it's essential to all systems in our body. So generally speaking, women need about 9 cups a day and men about 12 and a half, which that heavily depends on gender and size and medications and all sorts of things, but that's a good roundabout recommendation to follow. But if you're not somebody that likes to count, there are a few other ways to kind of watch your hydration. So just making sure a majority of what you drink is plain water, or with little additives, eating lots of fruits and vegetables because they have a high water content. And then also our urine is a good sign of our hydration status. The goal is pale yellow, so if it's a little darker than that, we maybe need to drink a little more.
Okay, thanks for that tip as well. So what about grocery shopping? Can you give us a few tips on how to promote healthy eating when at the grocery?
Yeah, so planning ahead, making a list, and do not go to the store hungry. We tend to make some pretty rash decisions when we're hungry and grab foods that may stray a little from our normal healthy eating pattern. So when you're making a list, definitely make sure it has all the ingredients you need for the meals of the week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. Know we need something for all components. And then I say try to look out for local produce because the less your food has to travel, the likely more nutritious it is.
Okay, well, thank you. All right, well, thank you so much for sharing all this information, and we appreciate everything you do to keep people healthy.
Yeah, hey, thank you for having me and letting me speak about it.
For more information on nutrition and fitness, visit tghealthsystem.com. Thanks for joining us on To Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and I'll see you right back here next week.